God's damn, I am so glad to be home. I have to hand it to those piss skins. They really know how to throw a party. I just hope that Nerevar and whatever slut he's with hasn't caused any damage when I was gone. Of course, he probably once again had a drug-induced orgy with many of those dragon sluts he shouted at with his bend will shout. I just hope he got over that egg-laying fetish while I was gone. Well, fuck me sideways and call me Susie. I'm finally back from my long, ass-Khajiit-free hiatus, and I feel like being a problematic racist today. How racist, you may ask? Well, so racist that I respectfully disagree with leftists on their knuckle-dragging opinions about how they identify as a cat or their brain-dead opinion that a fantasy game should have surgical breast scars, despite the fact that it is in a fucking fantasy where there are magical spells that do that already, without permanently maiming their bodies and giving them a higher chance to wear their rope neckties. Yeah, no shit, right? This is some military-grade racism we are breaking out. We are breaking the mold on this one, Nerevar. And what better way to unload my racist takes than to react to a video from the swamp hag herself? That's right, Nerevar. The swamp hag from Sweet Baby had a pity TED Talk today about how she is a victim of harassment or some shit. It sounds very familiar, doesn't it? It's like some horsed-faced mongoloid also did something like this a long time ago. Only this time the brain rot is twice as prevalent, and 3 times the self-pity. But we are not one to give pity to a bunch of Marxist mongoloid revolutionaries. No, today we give the swamp hag the utter curb stomping it deserves. Teeth on the curb and all that nonsense, in Minecraft, of course. Now, without further ado, let's begin. Wait a minute. Serana, why the fuck are you naked?
Dagoth. You know damn well it's because your volcano is hotter than Mehrunes Dagon's loose asshole, and it's almost Halloween, which means every female must don the most shameless fuck me, silly get-up they can afford at their local spirit Halloween. Because apparently looking like a Monster Girl-themed prostitute is a form of empowerment or some shit. And that would be the case if only to find out someone has gotten into my funds, forcing me to resort to budgeting my outfit. So I had to buy Halloween-themed Band-Aids instead. And no, Dagoth, I'm not turning into a fucking bat
Fine,
again.
so be it. Be a spoiled mosquito bitch for all I care. Just don't use this as an excuse to ride the Dragonborn's dragon or whatever whore-filled shit you bloodsuckers do during feeding time. I'm already on thin ice from making fun of the Lich one too many times. And I would like to at least entertain people who are not a bunch of gun-hoarding, magic-deficient savages who admittedly are easy to convert in their sleep due to their nationalistic, Bible-thumping jingoism.
Are you seriously going the cringy-ass centrist route, Dagoth? You would want to compromise the well-being of this channel to a bunch of fursuit-wearing mammaloids who would demand you get arrested for using the wrong pronouns, and also feel compelled to plaster their cum-stained flag over every media, not to mention the same people who want to transform these mommy milkers into some flat-assed ironing board.
Okay, shut the fuck up, we get it. You're a slut who wants to show off those massive Hindenburg-shaped chesticles to the masses. But you have a point. I would not want any of my slaves to be emancipated into becoming a bunch of mouth-breathing, bread-tuber-worshipping communists. Anyway, let's get this shit over with, and yes, Nerevar, you will have to turn on the Dwemer projector manually due to your fat ass losing the remote again. What a shitty name for a red guard.
Hello.
Fuck you.
I'm Kim Belair. In my circles, I'm largely considered, I think, a relatively nice person.
If
These
by
are
a
my
nice person you
dogs,
mean a
Sage
psychotic
and
bitch, then
Flaky,
yes,
these are
I
my
agree.
cats, Tag and the Gray Boy. I really enjoy Lego. I collect skulls. And
Okay, I know I was just
and
joking
also
about the
like
swamp hag
a lot of
bit.
video games,
But
including
gods
Halo.
damn it, she has to mention that she has a skull collection
I am
a few
crazed
seconds
CEO
into the
of Sweet
video.
Baby Inc., the DEI-obsessed censorship mafia.
Oh my
who
god, is this
currently
bitch for
ruining and
real?
wokeifying all of the
Does she
video
really
games
think
that
she
you've
can
ever
play
played.
off her bullshit with sarcasm at this point?
Yes, let's give the unhinged skull collector a round of
Thank you, it's
applause
hard
for
work.
being some satanic waste of air.
If you haven't heard of Sweet Baby Inc., thank you. That's actually how I prefer it.
Yes,
But
why
if you
operate on
have,
things
it's
like
either
honesty
because
and
of the over
transparency
80
when you can do
amazing
this
and often
cloak and dagger
award-winning
shit
games that
instead.
we've worked on, or
Very
actually,
consumer
one
friendly
those,
of her.
Usual June was at this very conference. So yeah, you've either heard it us from all of these wonderful games, or perhaps...
And here we go.
you're
This is
familiar
the
with
part
the
where
nearly
she
year-long
dog
hate
whistles to her
campaign that
communist
has been
friends on
linked to
YouTube
Justice Team.
to try to shut these critics down. I would not be surprised this swamp-dwelling shit for brains starts making claims about how these critics are puppy-kicking fascists that will destroy democracy if they are not given the 1984 treatment.
And we are a team of narrative developers. What that means
Sorry,
is that
I'm
we do
late.
script writing,
Oh, is this the
storytelling,
propagandist
narrative work
crying
for
about being
video games,
exposed
and
for being a glorified
sometimes that
communist
means that we come
busybody in the
for
game
writing
industry
punch-ups.
again?
Sometimes
Pretty
that
much.
means we're the
Right
entire
now,
reason
she is
for the
trying to pull the
project.
whole,
Sometimes
we are
that
a
means
small,
we come in
innocent
very
company
early on and
with
help
little
us
to
start
no
the
influence on
groundwork
how a
for
game
building.
gets made.
But what I
So
wanna
far,
really
she is
stress
doing a
that all of
bang-up
our
job
work
trying to
focuses
convince
very
people she is a
heavily and very
nice person,
seriously
while also
on
mentioning
story.
she has
That
a
is what
fucking skull
narrative
collection.
Are
development
you fucking
is.
kidding me? A fucking skull
We started
collection?
out in 2018,
Does she really
but it
think
was
she's
really
some
in
Gaundi
2020 that
reincarnated
we
or
kind
some
of came
shit?
to any
You know,
kind
it takes a special kind of
industry
narcissist to
prominence, and it
claim
was on
they
the
are a
backdrop
nice
of the
person,
COVID
while
quarantine
also
sending
talking about
everybody
their skull
home
collection.
from the office.
Last time I remember, a few
Me too,
unwashed
sweeping
raiders
through the
also were
games
into things
industry
like
is
skull
very
Oh, hey,
collections as
Butch,
well.
do you have that
and
Coca
shamed,
Mocha? I
appropriate,
asked you to
as
bring me
say.
several episodes
And
ago.
also
Sure
the Black
thing,
Lives
boss.
Matter
I
protests
even make
were
sure the
in full
marshmallows
swing.
were cut in moons and
At
stars,
Good, now
just as
shut
you
the
like.
fuck up and get back in the kitchen. And fix my moon and star over here with some mead-laced cappuccino.
Within the writing
Right
sphere,
away,
there
boss.
were a lot of offers for portfolio reviews. Like, hey, if you're a marginalized or especially a black dev, we would love to give you a portfolio review.
Oh,
And
wonderful. She is practicing
I wanna say I
unfair
love portfolio
hiring
reviews.
practices as
It's
well.
something that we also
Race
do at Sweet
favoritism
Baby
is
for free,
totally
so
not
if
going to
anybody in the
land you in the
audience right now is
courtroom
looking
or
for
anything like
a
that,
bit of a
and it sure
portfolio
as
review
hell
or just
won't
talk about
contribute
video
to a
games,
hostile
we'd love
work
to do
environment
that.
either. Oh,
But
sorry, my
the
lawyer
problem
just
with
advised me
portfolio
not to be
reviews is that they also
sarcastic.
assume that
So
it's
let
a
me just say
meritocracy,
she is
right?
a
They assume the
complete
problem is
fucking
the portfolio
moron of an
and not the fact
employer.
that maybe there's a lot of other reasons that you are not getting the gig. So,
Like
knowing
discriminating
that
on who
there
you
were myriad
hire.
problems to be solved, we created an email called Talk at Sweet Baby Inc. And we just said,
So
hey,
she's
if you're
taking a page
developer
out of
who
the
wants to get
enclave
into
with
the
her
industry,
secret
if you're
whisper
someone who's already in
networks
the
as
industry
well.
and you wanna talk,
I have to
just
say, when it comes to
talk
being
to
an
us.
underhanded piece of shit,
so in that
she
year, we
definitely
ended up
learned from the
with,
best.
Nerevar, how many people did you invite to this watch
we talked
fest?
a lot about
Oh, all of
advocacy, we
them.
talked
Well,
a lot
that
about
explains
helping
why the
people
Dick
get into
Tracy
the
ripoff is
industry,
here.
and
Don't worry,
we also
Dagoth.
talked a lot
I'm
about
not
the
going to argue
importance of telling
politics with you.
stories from
I'm just going to watch this
variety of
train wreck of a
perspectives,
TEDx
especially
talk
having
unravel
those
before
writers
us.
and
And
those
I'm doing
creators
my
in the room
part
to
by
help
having
you
myself
with
pose as
that.
a new
And
hire that will be
as we
rejected
joined
by
new
Sweet Baby,
conversations, we
who will
worked on
then
more
use this
projects,
opportunity
more
to
people
sue
joined
the
our team,
ever-loving
and so
shit
in
out
that
of them
year or
for
in those
refusing to
subsequent
hire
years,
me
we grew
because
from a
I'm
team of only
white,
5
and also
to a
give the
team of 16
EEOC a
incredibly
case for them to
talented
use against
people.
these
And
corporate
during
Marxists
that
as
time,
well, since
as
I
you
am
might
also
imagine, a lot of
disabled.
game teams were
Then
looking
it is
for
just a
guidance,
matter
both
of
in terms
waiting
of
for them to
narrative,
go
but also
bankrupt
in
and
terms of
buy
learning
out the
how to tell
company in a
diverse stories
hostile
and feature
takeover
diverse
afterwards,
characters.
as well as
And so
replacing these
naturally,
glorified
because we
failed
were kind of in
abortions
that
with more
conversation, we
competent
helped them.
writers.
And that is why Sweet Baby went bankrupt. Tune in next week for another episode of Shit You Shouldn't Do in a Company. In the meantime, here is some AI shit I made on the side for you wonderful ghouls and gals to enjoy. This is 3 Dog and you are listening to Galaxy News Radio. And now, some music.
Oh, sweet baby, what a shame. Thought you'd rise, but now you're lame. Crying about inclusion, you dug your own hole. Now you're bankrupt, ain't got no control. Used to be rich, living large and fat, hiring folks cause they checked the box and that and that. Didn't care about skill, just diversity. Now you're broke and begging, where's your equality? You wanted woke, well here's your end. Money dried up, you ain't got no friends. Preaching fairness, now you're in the dirt. Guess karma's a bitch when you're not putting in work. Sweet babies crying, sleeping in the street. Hiring activists left you in defeat. No more cash, you got nothing to eat. Woke policies got you crushed under the heat. Sweet babies falling with your empty hand. Lost your money trying to virtue stand. Now you're broke, do you understand? Fairness didn't quite go as planned. Oh, look at you now, what a pity sight. Preached that justice, but you didn't get it right. Woke, broke, choking on the smoke. Guess hiring a clown makes your company a joke. Tried to make the world all shiny and fair, but now you're dumpster diving without a care. Bet you regret those interviews with pride, cause now your CEO's taking rides on the unemployment slide. No more more boardrooms, no more suits. Just you and your slogans, oh how they shoot. Right through your wallet, your cash ain't there. Guess hiring based on feelings leads to despair. Sweet babies crying, sleeping in the street. Hiring activists left you in defeat. No more cash, you got nothing to eat. Woke policies got you crushed under the heat. Sweet babies falling with your empty hand. Lost your money trying to virtue stand. Now you're broke, do you understand? Fairness didn't quite go as planned. Oh, how's that social justice now? Can't pay rent, so take a bow. Sweet baby's dream went up in flames. Hiring woke jerks was the end of your game. So now you're poor, and that's your fate. Can't afford to cry or even hate. Hope you learned from your woke demise. Too bad you can't eat your empty lies.
My name is Lucas, I am a spider. I want to sing you a wonderful song. And if you see me, please don't squish me. I want to be